This will be fun. I try to do like fun stuff on the weekends, especially like late, um, like on Saturdays and Sundays. I try to keep things lighthearted, keep them fun. I think this one is really going to be fun. Um, but of course, there's some people who can ruin a wet dream. uh, we're not going to pay attention to them. Um, Guys, I have got enough public watch hours now to get my Google AdSense revenue going. So you will start seeing ads in my long content videos as well as YouTube shorts. Yay for me. And guys, the ads aren't that bad. Actually, some of the ads are kind of, well, some of the ads are kind of funny, to be honest. I don't know what they're going to give for my ads. I mean, the ads they'll generate for my videos, though, I think it's sort of based on the algorithm for each individual user, like what their interests are. They kind of gear it towards that. Since of course, we know like how Google and Meta and probably Amazon and X as well, but definitely Google and Meta, like they collect all your personal data and then it's packaged and parceled to data brokers. Then these data brokers hold these online auctions of all this personal data from users, and that may be bundled up and sold again and again. But the end result is that you get targeted ads based on that data. Um, some of it can go to government and law enforcement too, but I don't want to talk about that. um, hey, hey, Mahal. But so I don't know what ads they'll show you guys, but hopefully there'll be fun stuff like Blue Chew or something. I would love if Blue Chew was out there listening. I would love to do some commercials. I'll do some commercials with me and the wife. This is Katrin. You down for a Blue Chew commercial? If I ever get a sponsorship with them, would you be okay with doing that? Um, well, I'll see what she says in a second. But guys, so like I said, this is gonna be a lighthearted live stream, and that's funny. She just gave the eyes. It would be funny though to do something like Blue Chew or the other ones. There's other ones like Blue Chew. I don't have a favorite NFL team, Saints Yapper, but I appreciate you for subbing. I'm not a sports guy. I'm a very nerdy person. I'm into comic books and sci-fi and superheroes and old kung fu movies and martial arts and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, so although it's all uh, well, no, it's midnight now, so both here and in the Philippines, it is officially September 1st. Now, uh, of course, here we celebrate spooky season, but they really don't have spooky season over there in the Philippines. Some of them do celebrate Halloween by doing trick or treat and stuff like that, but spooky season isn't a thing there really. What is a thing there? Christmas. And when it comes to Christmas, they don't just celebrate, after Black Friday like they do here. Usually the Christmas season starts right after Black Friday here. Um, there, no, it starts today, September 1st. They call it the Burr months. So if you haven't saw the title and you're wondering why that guy is in that photo, Mrs. Contrarian, can you explain who that guy is? But The bird months refers to all the months of the year leading up to Christmas that they celebrate. So there's no spooky season for them. All of the fall is Christmas season for them. Um, so it starts from September to October to November to December, the bird months. And so, like I said, September 1st, it's all Christmas for them. And the guy I have in the photo is fun. Is a running joke in the Philippines, and it's bad. I've since I know so much about Philippine culture now, it's like I laugh when I see people posting memes on Facebook about it because this guy is known for like he's known for like the start of the bird months and Christmas. Like he's sort of like their Mariah Carey. Like as soon as you start hearing Mariah Carey Christmas songs, he's that guy for them. Cristiano says, "Yo, what up? Should I subscribe? I think you should, but it's up to you." LS Rohan says, "Hey brother, how are you? I'm doing fine." Jamra DZ says, "Hi, what's up, Jamra?" Um, but yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. So again, back here in the states is all about spooky season, and I'm going to tell you straight up, I love spooky season better than any other holiday because it's usually the start of the school year. It's the start of all the best holidays of the year to me, like my birthday, then Halloween, then Thanksgiving, then Christmas and New Year's. So, um, but it's that spooky season. It's that part of the. I love that. I love the fall season. Love like fall season, the weather, the turning of the leaves, the cooler weather, pumpkin pie. The start of the school year when I was in school, which I probably will return back to school at some point for well graduate school, but I will finish graduate school. But still, I love the start of school year. Like for a lot of people, they hated the beginning of the school year because it meant the end of the summer. I loved it, but for the folks over there, for them, the start of the school year and all of that is with the Burr months, basically Christmas season. Andy Avaski 904 says, "Are you African?" No, I'm Black American, foundational Black American, and I'm only going to answer that once. Any other question not dealing with the topic, put it in the super chat or it won't be answered. I will stick to the uh, the topic and nothing else. I will not stray unless you put it in the super chat. Again, Andy, put it in the super chat. I'm not getting into a discussion about stuff that has nothing to do with my topic. You will either honor my topic or you can find somewhere else to go. Or if you really have a burning question, you'll leave it in the super chat. Anyway, so yeah, the bird. So I will say this though, Mrs. Contrarian. Even though I like spooky season better than Christmas season, the bird months is about equally fun over there. I like because it's a it's a funny contrast. It's like Christmas season there for the 4 months, but it's still hot. But because you guys still have thriving malls, it feels funny going there. Mrs. Contrarian says Jose Marie Chan has a famous Christmas song called "Christmas in Our Hearts." You're right. He's the Mariah Carey of the Philippines. I know. That's what I said. It's funny that I know that, and I think it was you who explained that to me back 7 years ago. The second time I came there, and we celebrated our first Christmas together. But I don't know what AJ is talking about. I don't know who turned 58. But anyway, so yeah. So yeah, Jose Marie Chan is definitely the the Mariah Carey of the Philippines. And like I said, guys, this is a running joke. If you have Filipino friends, and I mean Filipino friends in the Philippines, not Filipino American friends, many of them can't even speak the language anymore. Especially if they're like from California and they've been here for like several generations. But aside from that, um, yeah, like I said, Jose Marie Chan is like the Mariah Carey of the Philippines. They have all these running memes of him right around the end of August, showing him like sort of peeking his head out, because as soon as you see that, that they is about to be the start of September, which is the Burr months, which is meaning it's going to be Christmas season for them. And guys, they go hard for Christmas over there. No diddy, but you have to understand it's one of the largest Catholic countries in the world. Um, and I mean, the only place probably more strict in their adherence to Catholicism will probably be the Vatican. Matter of fact, the Philippines and the Vatican are the only two places on the face of the planet where there is still like no divorce. The Philippines and the Vatican. And every year they keep trying to pass a law in through the Philippine Congress to amend the law to allow divorce, but it seems to never pass through. Maybe one of these days it's probably going to pass. I think because they keep trying for it, eventually it will get passed, but it hasn't yet. I don't know why this guy's trolling. He's saying KFC and my Kool Aid and where's my grape soda. First of all, aside from the poor attempt at racism, because you're not even funny, Rivera, and for you to be talking shit, you need to shut the fuck up because I'm more American than you are. That's if you're even American. They need to deport your stupid ass, Rivera. But in any case, like I said, I'm more American than you are. I can trace my ancestry back to the founding of this country, to one of the founding fathers of this country. What can you trace yourself to? To a bunch of people who snuck across the border? Shut the fuck up. Now, and on top of that, everything he mentioned is actually delicious. KFC, Kool Aid, grape soda. Yep, fight that racism with racism. When people go low, I kick them in the balls. I'm not Michelle Obama, aka Michael Obama. I don't believe when they go low, we go high. When they go low, I go lower. What's up, Moment Fern? You can start kicking out these trolls too, like this little wetback Samuel Rivera talking shit. He wants to make racist jokes about KFC and Kool Aid. Meanwhile, I'm more American than he is. Good stuff, man. So Mulifer, I was telling him about the Burr months in the Philippines. I think you heard of it. Um, like they basically celebrate Christmas from the beginning of the fall all the way to New Year's, and it's kind of unique because I don't really know any other place that does that, but outside of the Philippines, There might be some other places, maybe in Latin America, that do it, but I'm not aware if there is. Mullen Fern says, Ellie says she loves you, Mrs. Contrarian. His wife is pretty too, Mahal. She I went to his channel, and they gave us a shout out on his channel. His wife is pretty. He said Laos does too. Really? I thought Laos is more like this, like strictly Buddhist, like Vietnam and Thailand and Cambodia. But I guess I could be wrong. Alan says, for real though, who doesn't love grape soda? Right, right. Like the funny thing is, everything they try to lob at black people to be racist about, people love everywhere. Like KFC is a who doesn't love KFC? Like the funny thing, this is how you know people don't travel, because KFC is a huge thing in Japan. Because we're talking about Christmas, right? In East Asia, and there was a uh, some sort of campaign that Kentucky Fried Chicken did back in, like, I think like the 90s in Japan, and because of that campaign that they did during the holiday season, KFC became so strongly associated with Christmas that now, like, giving a KFC like meal is a considered a Christmas gift tradition in Japan. So that's the thing. So people act like, oh, like black people are only ones like fried chicken. You guys, fried chicken didn't even originate with black people. It originated in Europe, particularly in, from what I remember, it originated in Scotland. Someone can fact check me on that and see if that's true or not. But from my recollection, um, Kentucky, not, fried chicken actually started in Scotland. It was brought to the American South because a lot of the white people who lived in the American South during the antebellum era were from places like Scotland and Ireland, and a lot of Southerners were Scots Irish, so they brought their traditions with them. One of those, like, including their food, one of those things was fried chicken, which became specialized in the American South, but it was brought over from Europe. So, I'm surprised he didn't mention watermelon, because that's another big one. Again, watermelon is huge in places like Japan and other parts of East Asia where they love watermelon. Um, Grape soda. I mean, grape soda is just tasty. Like, I rarely drink soda. Like, I pretty much just drink water and iced coffee all day. But and if not that, milk. But if I'm not drinking water, milk, or iced coffee, that's pretty much it. But yeah, grape soda is delicious. I don't know why that's associated with black people, because there's some running gag that black people only drink grape soda. Uh, Maybe, I don't know. And Kool Aid, well, I don't even see people drinking Kool Aid. I think that kind of died out in like the 90s. But I don't really see people making Kool Aid like they did for us when we were kids in the 80s and 90s. But that just shows he's a troll. Uh, Well, for instance, KFC sucks in Thailand though. They make shrimp donuts. I haven't heard of that. Wait, Mahal, did we have KFC when we were in Thailand? Oh, no, 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 no. It was just uh we ate at what was it called? Um it was A&W, and the place with the curly fries. It wasn't Arby's. It was what was that place? It was either at MBK Mall or it was at Pantete Plaza. McDo and A&W. Oh, so it was just A&W. Okay. Yeah, McDonald's and A&W. And guys, she's from the Philippines, so she calls it Mc. They call it McDo. They don't say Mc. They don't say like we say call McDonald's for sure. We just call it Mickey D's. They call it McDo. But Mon Lefern is saying that Laos has a big Christmas tradition there too. I didn't know that. I bet South Korea does as well because they are a very evangelical country. Mon Lefern says hit super chat and show some love. Howlover says why they gotta keep the focus on color. We know why division is their purpose. Um, Moon LaFern says, well, debatable, however, but I think it's mass media trying to separate people. We all the same shade of the same color, and we all bleed red. Jay Farm says McDonald's tastes worse than butter. Maybe where you live, you've probably haven't traveled. Like I said, anyone who's traveled knows the McDonald's is different in every country. McDonald's is bad here in America because they tend to be placed in low income places. It's not the same overseas. Overseas, McDonald's is an international fast food outlet, so it has much better. It's received much better. It's not considered. It's not considered embarrassing to find a job at McDonald's overseas. On top of that, food in other countries have a higher. There's more restrictions on on the quality of food and the additives and ways you can prepare food in other countries compared to America. So things are of better quality overseas when it comes to fast food. So you may not like McDonald's here, but rest assured, in places like Japan, McDonald's is huge. Thailand, huge. Philippines, huge. And I can go on. Taiwan, Indonesia, Germany, like the quality of food is so much better overseas. So McDonald's may suck here, but usually the people who complain the most about McDonald's in America go to the ones in the ghetto. If you don't go to ghetto McDonald's, you're probably gonna have a better experience. It's like the difference between eating it's like the difference between eating McDonald's in the South Bronx, New York, compared to eating in the Hamptons. It's gonna be a different experience. Howell says, "Yep, tired of the left and mass media." Amen. BSK, what's up? Howell says, "Who can even afford McDonald's now? I get a taste for it like once a year. Went a few weeks ago, $16 for a meal. Oh yeah. I've my friend and I have been talking about that. Like they've been price gouging at McDonald's because there's no way that in some places a Big Mac meal should cost about $25. People used to go to McDonald's as a clutch meal because it was so cheap. But if you gotta pay the same prices at McDonald's that you could pay at Five Guys, then most people are just be like, I'm just gonna go to Five Guys, or I'm gonna go to Shake Shack, or I'm gonna pay an outrageous amount of money to get a Big Mac or some McNuggets when I can go to Chick-fil-A or I can go to Five Guys. Hey, I completely get it. I get it. But I still love McDonald's. But yes, here in the States, I rarely go. The only time I go is if they have like a big, if they have like a Happy Meal special. If you're an anime person, it would be great to go to them now because they have they're doing a Happy Meal where it's a fusion of Hello Kitty and Yu-Gi-Oh, and the first one was a fusion of Hello Kitty with the Dark Magician. I actually have that. What I got that 2 weeks ago. Matter of fact, where's my boy? because I love still getting Happy Meals. I don't care. What's that? Um, so they fused Hello Kitty with the Dark Magician. So that's the first meal, and I keep the boxes too. I just flatten the box and keep those. I kept the last one from the Pokemon one, the last two from the Pokemon, and the one from the Batman the movie. I kept that one. I mean, Lego Batman the movie, the Batman Lego movie. So, but I get it. I wouldn't just regularly go there either because the amount of money. I mean, now if I want a clutch meal, I'm better off going to 7-Eleven. But overseas, like I said, it's different. Drake says Christmas music in the Philippines starts soon. Oh no, it starts today, Drake. That's what we're talking about today. The bird months have started. It's September 1st. Over there, it's like 12 o'clock noon. Here is 12 o'clock midnight Eastern Standard Time. So it is the start of September 1st. It is the bird months. Jose Marie Chan has his Christmas music already playing in the Philippines because, like we were saying earlier, he's sort of the Mariah Carey of Christmas music in the Philippines. Like just like over here, as soon as this, if you work in like, unfortunately, if you work in the retail industry, they've probably already started. They're gonna probably start playing Christmas music song, and you're gonna be hearing it for like from October on to like January, and you're probably gonna hear like Mariah Carey probably more times than you wish to ever have heard her in your life. But over there would be Jose Marie Chan. That's a dude, by the way, and like I said, they post a bunch of funny memes about him online. If if you have Philippine uh, family and friends, Jerk says KFC is the national Christmas food in Japan. Yep, I mentioned that too. Like I said, the guy trying to make racist jokes about KFC doesn't realize KFC has major import internationally. Like KFC is the national Christmas food in Japan because of a campaign they ran back in like the 90s that made a strong association between KFC and Christmas. So now people will have KFC dinners during Christmas. Like that's a special thing only in Japan. Like people need to travel and they would get out of like one thing. I think people would be less racist if they traveled more because you get out of your own head. You have to meet people from different walks of life and be able to you know get along with people, and it deflates a lot of stereotypes people have when you travel. Moon Fern said same hound but only far left. The left doesn't bother just the extreme. Same with the far right. The pendulum swings back. We're gonna be all right. I'd rather a libertarian candidate run. Zed said, "What's up, man? What's up, Zed?" Flip side says everyone should boycott scammers, MC scammers, mixed scammers. Oh, mixed. I got it. Says burgers sound good right now, and all I've been eating is chicken, rice, and veggies. That doesn't sound bad either. Moon friend says, "Stop that, Asia. If I have to hear Mariah Carey in every train, mall, or elevator singing Christmas songs again, I'll jump off a bridge. At least wait till November." No, if you work in retail, I used to work in retail throughout uh, throughout college, and I've worked in like Things Remembered and Old Navy and Sears, Montgomery Ward's, J.C. Penney, um, and yeah, when as soon as it was about October, it depends. Like every year, they started playing it early and early. It used to start like in around like used to start like around mid late November, but they started playing it as early as October in some places. But yeah, if I would have to hear Mariah Carey every day while working, I would go postal. I don't think people say that anymore, going postal. But yeah, I would. Well, here's what they say now. I would crash out, right? I think I would crash out if I had to hear Mariah Carey every freaking day while working with a bunch of people who are pushing your buttons because they're all trying to buy stuff at the same time and they want your individual attention even though you have to give everyone attention. Retail was rough during the holiday season. Throughout most of the year, retail is decent, but it's around Christmas people just start showing the worst sides of their behavior. And then on top of that, you're being pumped this incessant music in the background. I don't know how we did it. Highland says Happy Meals used to be cool, not so much anymore. Oh no, Happy Meals are still cool. Like I said, that the one I just showed you with the fusion of Hello Kitty and Yu-Gi-Oh, it's dope. Um, with like the ones with the Pokemon cards, and I got the one with, of course, I had to get a Pikachu because I don't even care about everyone else because in some of them they aren't using the Gen One Pokemon. They're using like all the current ones. No one cares about the current monsters. We just want the Gen 1 Pokemon, the Generation 1 Pokemon. But luckily, Pikachu's in every generation of it because he's the favorite character. So that and the Lego Batman toys, those were pretty cool. That was a long time ago. That was like what 2016, 2017. But like I said, that just shows I don't buy them regularly. Moment Fern says I miss McGriddles and hash browns. They don't do McGriddles in Thailand or the hash browns. So we didn't eat breakfast food when we were in Thailand. So I don't know what their breakfast food is like. But I do know breakfast food does tend to be more limited over there. Because I remember when me and Mrs. Contrarian we were trying to get breakfast food from McDonald's and in the Philippines, and they don't have the same stuff there that that we like here. Like I like a breakfast food. I want my sausage biscuit and hash browns, and I think they still have the hot cakes. I don't know if they still. I, I think they still have hot cakes here. I think. But I was never a fan of the McGriddles because it was like it was dry as hell unless you put some like syrup on it. Like you had to dip those in syrup, otherwise they'd be dry as a mug. Says everything shot up in price. Everything. Well, it's gouging because it's not. They've been caught. Like they've been exposed for this. Like they've raised their prices beyond the current level of inflation simply because they could get away with it and make profit from it. That's called that's gouging, and they're food gouging right now in these places. This is why, as sort of a mea culpa to their customers, they are offering this 5 day, their $5 everyday meal here in the U.S. I don't know if they're doing it in other countries, but they have the $5 everyday meal here, and they're not the only ones. So Wendy's is doing a $5 everyday meal, Burger King is doing a $5 everyday meal, and KFC is doing a $5 everyday meal because all these fast food places have been exposed for food gouging since the pandemic started. Like they started gouging prices on these on food items beyond the level of current inflation. So sort of as a mea culpa, now all of them are offering these $5 meals. Oh, even Checkers has a everyday $5 meal too. Moment Friends is 11:28 a.m. my time, a day ahead of the USA. Howlem says, I wish our 7-Elevens were cool like overseas, but I know what you mean. Gas station grub is affordable compared to fast food currently. No, even the 7-Elevens here in America, they're decent because like I like going there and get the wings, and I'm gonna say it. You guys can you guys can roast me if you want, but the uh the pizza at 7-Eleven, and I'm talking about here in America, the pizza here, the pizza they give you is better than Little Caesars. The the Little Caesars hot and ready pizza. I think 7-Eleven's pizza is better. Plus, when you ask for them to cook you a whole pizza, it's fresh. It's not the ones. It's not the slices sitting in the under the hot under the lights when you go into the store. Like they bake you a fresh pizza if you ask for a whole pizza. Five and it's $5. How can you beat that? $5, and you can add the wings to it. Pff, that's clutch. For instance, exactly. He said, "How says I do not like Christmas music." To be honest, I don't think most people like Christmas, especially guys. Like, it's very hokey and girly. Like, it's no. I don't think most guys want to hear Christmas. Only time you probably feel like hearing Christmas music is on Christmas itself, like Christmas, and that's only Christmas morning. Like Christmas morning, it's like the only time Christmas music sounds appropriate. Any other time, it just sounds annoying. Moment for instance, 7-Eleven is amazing in Asia, and yeah, not a fan of Christmas music. Yeah, but 7-Eleven in Asia is awesome because here's the thing. So 7-Eleven started in Texas, but there was a Japanese firm that bought a bunch of 7-Eleven franchises for Japan. And what happened is that they ended up buying out the entire 7-Eleven corporation. Therefore, 7-Eleven was then headquartered in Japan, and now they make the, the most of the stuff that they produce is for 7-Elevens of Asia. So when you go to 7-Eleven in Japan, it's dope. 7-Eleven in Japan is dope. Like you can get the straight up real meals in 7-Eleven over there. Same thing in the Philippines and Thailand and Taiwan and Indonesia and Malaysia, South Korea, China. Like 7-Eleven is a whole different experience over there than it is here. Because, like I said, 7-Eleven is headquartered in Japan after they bought out the corporation back in I think the early 2000s, late 90s, something like that. On top of that, here's the good news to that. Recently, 7-Eleven said they're going to start pushing their Japanese food products to the American 7-Elevens. So they're going to start. So they're going to start selling some of the stuff they only sell in Japan here in America very soon. But it's going to be like on a trial basis though. They're going to see how they're going to see how their food works in the American markets. And if it does well, then they probably will keep putting out um, Japanese centered food for the American market of 7-Eleven. Um, but it probably won't be everywhere. It's probably going to be like more the I can't say upscale because 7-Eleven is upscale, but probably in the places where the corporate 7-Elevens, not the franchise ones, they're probably going to start pushing out some of that stuff to test out the market and see if Americans will actually eat some of the Japanese based products. So we'll see how that goes. Emily, for instance, like in September, calm down with the Christmas music. Oh yeah, I agree. Miss Needle, what's up? Been wondering, worrying about you. Miss Needle says Moonlit hasn't it started in September every year? Like here, they put out gingerbread on sale, etc. Yeah, so that's what we're talking about, Miss Needle. Like in the Philippines, they start Christmas right on September 1st. Like just like how here in America we start spooky season, which is essentially Halloween, from like the end, the like the end of August all the way up until like no, the beginning of November is all spooky season. Um, well, over there they start Christmas from like the beginning of September all the way to the beginning of January. Moonlit said, "Wait, Jake DeMus's Christmas music is the best, but off, but off Home Alone, not Mariah." Yeah, I can't rock with Christmas music. It's just thoroughly annoying, and it's just so cheesy and what's the word I'm looking for? Like maudlin. I don't know. Well, for instance, J.C. Penney still exists. I think so, but when I worked at J.C. Penney, this was like uh, just I worked at J.C. Penney in the '90s. Like I said, when I first started college, like I was like no, this was like my second year of college. So I was like 19. My second year of college, I started working at J.C. Penney. Before that, I was working at Old Navy and Things Remembered back when I was like 17, 18. Miss Nita says, by the way, Contrarian, I got the intro music. What? You did? Okay, Miss Nita says that I got the intro music done for you. Let me know where to send it over to. Oh, I will as soon as I get off here. Definitely. Thank you so much. Um, Miss Needle says, yeah, real Christmas music is good, but not the standard playlist literally blasting around everywhere. Uh, Since we talk about that, we're gonna have to talk about Christmas movies. But that's a topic for another day. I don't want to get into Christmas movies today. Well, we can get into it. I don't care. We can get into Christmas movies today, if it fits this because it fits the whole this whole motif of talking about Christmas way before Christmas is about to happen, because that's how they do it in the Philippines, and apparently, according to Moonlit Fern, they do that in Laos too. Moonlit Fern said, "Yes, man. Yes, ma'am. Miss Nito is it's the craziest thing where you're pounded with Christmas music way too early and way too late." Pause. um, Flip side says, "Remember Thundercats? Hell yeah." I don't know if that has to do with Christmas, but damn right, of course I remember Thundercats. I got a lion though sitting in my house, not here, my other place. I have I have my lion. I have my Lion-O right next to my He-Man and She-Ra, because Lion-O, I mean, because like Thundercats and He-Man were sort of like low key, they were rivals. So Jake Demus says, "Do you remember Tazos, or was that just an Australian thing?" I don't know what Tazos is. That makes me think of the drink. If that's not a drink, then nah, I'm not familiar with it. One of the friends says, Pikachu, how dare you, Scorn Bunny and EVE and Snorlax. Yeah, they're cool, but for me, it's all about Pikachu. Like, guys, guys, if you want, you can add me on Pokemon Go, because yes, I still play Pokemon Go, not as regularly anymore, because it's once you get up to like nearly once you get close to reaching 40 or beyond, or once you hit 40, like you really have to spend money to really be able to play the game anymore. Like it gets really hard to do anything once you're past like level 35. Like it just becomes very repetitive. But I'm on Pokemon Go if anyone wants to play with me. Pause. No, no Diddy. I play with me on Pokemon Go. Miss Neal says Moonlit. Yeah, I don't like the commerce anyways. Some Christmas foods are nice, but others than that, no thank you. Miss Nita, what are some Christmas traditions in Germany? I'd be interested. Well, I mean, because you guys, I think Germany invented like Yuletide, right? Moonlit Fern says no McGriddles here. Google the menu. It's the basics of rice soup. It's the basics or rice soup. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everywhere I've been to in Asia so far, they really don't have the breakfast menu when it comes to McDonald's, because that's what I kept complaining to you about with Mrs. Contrarian. I said they don't have the breakfast menu in the Philippines, so I would end up not. I would probably just end up like not ordering from McDonald's until noontime when I'm there, or I would just order regular food because like they didn't have breakfast food. Because like that's the one thing I miss when it comes to McDonald's overseas. Is like I want my sausage biscuit with the hash browns, and they don't have it. However, says Asians don't really have breakfast food like we do. No, they do have breakfast food. However, I'm just saying the McDonald's there doesn't have breakfast food. But no, they have McDonald's. You can ask my wife. She's moderating. She would cook me like bacon and pancakes and bacon for breakfast. So you can buy that stuff there, but for them that's not a big thing. Because one, the foods that we eat for breakfast over there tend to be more expensive, right? So that's one thing. But they do have breakfast food, but they have their own traditions. So a lot of them will eat something like um, these noodles called panza canton and eat like rolls and eggs for like breakfast, or they might eat like rice and eggs and like these rolls or whatever for breakfast. But every like pretty much every country has their own breakfast traditions, but they just aren't American breakfast traditions. That's the difference. And like I say, in places like Southeast Asia where there's a lower cost of living and people make less money, American type foods are more expensive for them to eat. So typically only wealthier and higher income people you might see eating like American style breakfast. Miss Needle says, Jake, what did Tazo sell? Like any comparable food chain to it for reference? Yeah, that's why I'm curious because I don't know what Tazo's is. However says yes, but they try to define price gouging. Well, I mean, trying to redefine price gouging is the same is like how Anthony Fauci tried to redefine gain of function research. You can try to redefine it, but we know when you're changing we know when you're changing the definition of something just to fit your own ends, which is what Anthony Fauci did. Not to get political, but no. So price gouging, like I said, is they can't argue that the prices went up after like 2020 2021 to meet the cost of inflation, because inflation did not rise that highly that something that used to cost like eh, something that used to be like an $8 meal is now like 16 to 25 bucks depending on where you live. That's that's price gouging. And for them to try to say, well, it wasn't price gouging, we're just trying to meet, we just had to meet the, the different cost of living in different cities across the country. Come on, man, knock it out. Like, just to parrot Biden. Come on, man. Like, we're not falling for that. Yeah, they clearly price gouging. Like I said, that's why all these fast food places have start offering these everyday $5 menu meals because they know that they know that they've been gouging us on those prices. Gov Asado says $20 for a sweet potato fries meal at A&W. $20 US for real at A&W? That's a lot. Helen Levis says price gouging is highly subjective. No, it's not. It's not subjective. What you can say is relative to where you live, but it's not subjective. When someone when they raise prices above and beyond the current cost of living simply because they can get away with it, because they'll make profit from it as long as people continue to buy that stuff regardless of the price you set, that's price gouging. That's It's clearly defined. It's not subjective at all. It may where where the gouging occurs may be relative to where you live, but that doesn't make it subjective because we know price gouging when it happens. When you see something double in price, but the cost of living didn't double, it's one of the friends says, we family now. You said dry as a mug. LOL, we family now. So I needed that laugh. He said, I appreciate you, bro. We old and you speak like my whole family. Is it Jake the says they were in chip packets? Oh, one of the friends says a greed hound. Wait, what did Flipside say? Gut bomb. Oh, I think he was referring to fast food. Moonlit Fern when he said gut bomb. Helen says Little Caesars tastes like cardboard. I know this is not the Little Caesars of the 80s and early 90s. Their food used to be delicious. They used to, they used to have the square pizzas like Lido's pizza. Like Lido Pizza has the square pizza. Um, it's not the same, and they're hot and ready. Should be called. I'm trying, trying to think of something stupid to say, but no, they're hot and ready is whack. That, like I said, and people, if you don't believe me, go ahead and try it out for yourself. Buy you a $5 7-Eleven pizza because it's only $5, and you can add the party wings to it, which is dope. You can add like the wings with the pizza and a Slurpee, and it still costs you less than $10. Facts. Or and then you can eat that and alongside the Little Caesars hot and ready pizza. And depending on where you live, I'm telling you that the 7-Eleven pizza is going to be better than Little Caesars hot and ready pizza. Moonlit Fern said 7-Eleven got better in the USA. I want to say it got better. It's just they just offer more things now. It's just more offerings in 7-Eleven now in the USA. Plus, like I said, 7-Eleven announced this year that they're going to start rolling out some of their Japanese food products in American 7-Elevens to test whether they work in that market. And if they do, they might continue to offer Japanese products in American 7-Elevens. And I'm like, they should have been tried this. I don't know why they didn't do this a long time ago. Because people don't know how much stuff they offer over there that you will never see here. Like I said, you can get entire meals over there, and like they have like people, like people overseas, not just in Japan but in other parts of East Asia. You can just sit down. You can sit down and eat in 7-Eleven. Moonlit for instance, bro, record it next time. That's clutch. Actually, now actually you're kind of right. That would make good content, wouldn't it? Actually sitting down with some 7-Eleven pizza and Little Caesars pizza. But the only reason, but I don't think it would be good if I did it because I'm already biased. Like I've already stated that the 7-Eleven pizza would be better. The only way it will, but the only way it could work is if I ordered got both pizzas and then I did a blind taste test. Like um, both would like they were put in like a neutral. No, actually, that still wouldn't work because they look differently. Like pick. I'll be able to know which one is 7-Eleven and which one is Little Caesars just from the look of it. By the way, here's one of the reasons why Little Caesars pizza is nasty is because to make it cheap for the to cut costs for these hot and ready pizzas, they don't put as much toppings on it. Like it's less cheese and less meat on it. Pause. Than on their more expensive items to save costs. That's one of the reasons why the hot and ready pizza isn't that great. Drakev says, "Bro, I feel you about the 7-Eleven pizza. I've had it a few times. The wings are hit or miss, though." Yeah, the wing. I think for the wings, it's going to depend on the individual store, but the pizza is usually always hitting because it's like because the they're never going to mess up the pizza because the pizza is pre-made. Like they don't put those toppings on it and the cheese and all that stuff. It's pre-made and they just pop it in the oven, so you can't really go wrong with that, right? But the chicken actually it will I mean the wings it will vary from store to store because some of them offer. I've noticed at some of the stores they will offer different like wing flavors. So that's something I noticed. That's why you're right. The wings can be hit or miss, but some places will have their wings are straight fire, like just fire. But other places the wings are like, it depends on the store. However, since 7-Eleven doesn't have all the cool stuff in it like Asia has, it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't. Yo, these trolls are just weird, man. Thank you. I got three moderators at the same time, so some of these people are like, "You got no chance." I got three mods in the chat room now, so we got things working well oiled today. And I don't know if you guys read the everything in the chat, but my mod Miss Needle actually has an intro made up for me, guys. So might be starting to get a little intro music. We'll see. Moonlit Friends says, "Don't get me wrong, I like music from the '50s. So yeah, I'm eclectic on music. No, that's cool. I was just saying, like, especially what's that old? It's an old Christmas song that actually, like, when I used to work in retail, I used to love hearing. I can't remember if it was the Temptations or the Platters or the it was some old timey R&B soul group, and they'd be like, "On this Christmas," and then that dude, the really deep voice. I know someone. I know someone's gonna give me the name of that R&B group. I can't remember the name. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Pause. But um, I can't remember the someone remind me, what's that little black R&B group from like the the '60s that sing that song. Um, and like I said, one of the singers has this deep voice. It's not. I don't think it's the Temptations though. I can't remember who it is, but that was like old timey, one of my favorite old timey Christmas songs. Moonlit Fern says, "Good job, Nito." Right, exactly. And Miss Neil says, "Moonlit, that's what I'm here for." Yes, she is. That and the fan. um, Ebony S175 says, "You look like an older David Goggins." I'll take that. I'll take that. Um, I'm trying to get to his level though. That man was a Navy SEAL and he's an ultra marathoner. I'm trying to get to that point. I'm trying to do a marathon this fall, and if I can get to the state, if I can get to a point of doing ultra marathons, that's man, that's Super Saiyan level right there. That's Super Saiyan ultra marathoners. That's like Super Saiyan blue level for me. Marathon is Super Saiyan, but ultra marathon, that's Super Saiyan blue for me. And winning an ultra marathon would be like going like ultra instinct plus Kai Ken all in one. Miss Neal says, "Good job to you, Moonlit." Custom tailored says that will be different. Kevin says, "Hey brother, God bless you, man. Uh, love you, matter. Thank you, Kevin." Moonlit says they better come with respect or get handled. I know they can do Muay Thai or they can't do Muay Thai nor Jiu Jitsu, so they can sit down and be humble. I gave my address. Pull up trolls. He really did, guys. He really did on his live stream. He gave out his addy and said, "I dare you." Now, I'm not that bold. The only reason I don't do it though, it's not because I'm scared, but because I live with other people who I'm not going to put at risk. But I wouldn't care if you pull up on me because, again, I live in Baltimore. If you think you're going to get through the city that's now considered the number one homicide capital of the country to get to me, whew, you got another thing coming. And let's say that you do, then you gotta catch these hands, and I keep tools. So pull up if you want. Like I said, you may not make it. You may not make it through Baltimore though. Just saying. Like I don't care how. I don't care what city you come from. Right now, Baltimore. Mm-mm. And what I keep telling people is, even if Baltimore wasn't the number one homicide capital in the country, because it's a smaller city, violence is more concentrated because it's because you have less people per capita in which violence is happening. It's more concentrated, which means it's more deadly here. Hope you guys are enjoying my samurai meditation music too. It doesn't really fit. I'm low key thinking I should play some Christmas music, but I don't I don't want to get copyrighted because otherwise I would play. Otherwise I probably would. Now I might risk it on the holiday, but for today I'm not going to risk it. But on the actual holiday, I might actually risk copyright just to play like something during the actual holiday. But I'm not going to do that today. Moonlit Furnace's Home Alone 1 and 2 is classic, right? And remember, part 2 had Donald Trump in it, right? The funny thing is when Home Alone the first one came out, I didn't I after I watched it I liked it, but I didn't like it because it be everyone kept talking about it and I just got so annoyed. I'm like, who cares? But once I actually watched it, I was like, oh, this is actually a good movie. But the way the way it was marketed, it was like it stayed in the movies for so long and then they re-released it and I'm like, all right. But no, it's actually a good one. But if we're gonna get into Christmas movies, for me, I don't care. It's Die Hard. When my father and I saw it when I was little, because it came out, I believe, 1990. We liked it so much, we went to see it a second time that night, that same night. Like we watched it that night, and my dad was like, "That's good." He said, "You want to go see it again?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Let's go see it again." So we walked right back in the theater and sat down and watched it again. Like so, we watched it back to back. The first time we saw it, that's how much we liked it. Die Hard 2 was pretty good too. That was also like sort of around Christmas, but one is a classic, and then Gremlins. I consider Gremlins a Christmas movie too. That happened around Christmas. I mean, that's people still try to debate what is and isn't a Christmas movie. For me, if it's Christmas themed, then it's a Chris. If it's Christmas themed and it and it comes in its theatrical release is released during the holiday, to me is a Christmas movie as far as I'm concerned. But some people only think Christmas movies have to be like something dealing with like Santa Claus or like relationships. But Die Hard in the first movie, they talk about it's all about Christmas. Like he literally comes to spend time with his wife or estranged wife or ex-wife, whatever, around Christmas. He brings her a Christmas present. They refer to Christmas. He makes a joke when he kills someone, says thank you for my for my gun, Santa, something I always wanted. Ho ho ho. Like it was all Christmas themed in Die Hard. So I still don't understand people because this has been a on this has literally been a debate online for like the last what 12 years. Like this has been like a debate online for like the last 12 years, and I think most people have come around to the fact that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. And then there's other debates about whether Gremlins is and stuff. I'll set that aside. But Die Hard, yes, I think we can all agree it is a Christmas movie. It's just an action Christmas movie. Miss Nia says Moonlit they are. Moonlit says like, share, sub to him and each other. Chat, hit super chat to show real love. And guys, while he's telling you that, I want you to also check out Miss Needle and Moonlit Fern's channels. So they both have their own channels. Miss Needle has some amazing music. Okay, she has amazing music on her channel. And when I say music, she has full, she has like fully fledged music videos on there. These music videos look like, and she's done these videos herself. She's made these music videos herself, and these music videos are like stuff you would have seen on MTV back during like the 90s when they actually played quality music. She has music videos like that on her channel. How she doesn't have like 10,000 subs right now, I don't know, but we need to make that happen. She needs to get like 10,000 subs so that she can be inspired to make more music. And like people are missing out. I'll just say that if you haven't gone to her channel and listened to her music, you're missing out straight up. And I'm not even a rock person, and I still like it. Moon LaFern has a good channel as well. Really interesting stuff. Very funny. Like I said, he if people think I'm rough, he Moon LaFern goes harder than me in the paint. So you guys should check his stuff out. And Moon LaFern says, "Oh, don't get him started on Batman or Thundercats or any collectibles. I can't handle it." Right. Well, luckily, I'm not in my house, so I don't have all my collectibles to show here. Moon LaFern says, "I'll fight anyone on less on Pokemon Go, Eevee on Switch. I'm more than ready." He said, "Yeah, exactly. The menu is so strange." When we were referring to McDonald's, guys. Moonfern says we can go live together when you want to. YouTube verified after they cancel cultured me. Yeah, we can definitely hook that up. I just need to remember to do it because I keep getting caught up in other stuff. But yeah, we should do a live. We can do a live on your channel, and then do one on mine. Moonfern says right, and they can smoke in restaurants in Japan like we used to be able to do here. Like remember, like in the 80s and still up until the early 90s, you could see like little ashtrays built into like the tables here in all the little fast food places. You don't see that anymore. Only for instance, but Japan is amazing. 7-Eleven and the vending machines, arcades, and escape rooms. Don't get me started with the vending machines, all the stuff you can buy out of those things. I don't know if it's been a while since I've been to Asia, but I remember a lot of rice and fried fish for breakfast. You're gonna find that in most East Asian countries. Rice and fish. My wife, they eat a lot of fish and rice, and they keep the heads on them suckers. I'm like, man, I can't, I don't want to see something staring up at me while I'm eating it. Pause. um, said, buy this man a coffee, please. I do have a app, guys, called Buy Me a Coffee. It's literally in the description on my channel, and it will be in this when I play this for rebroadcasting. Um, you'll see it in that link as well. But you can buy me a coffee like Flutterbee has. One of my loyal followers, she's bought me coffee and bought a membership. You can either buy me a coffee or you can buy me a membership at Buy Me a Coffee, which will allow me to buy coffee. So, however, says they blame transportation for rising costs. Yeah, but again, I no one buys it because like I said, at the end of the day, we can do math, or some of us can, and we know that what they were saying just wasn't adding up because they were having record profits, and they got record profits when they start doing these little um, corporate buybacks. So it's hard to find what it really is. Milk in Hawaii doesn't cost the same as milk in the southern U.S. I'm not saying it doesn't or it isn't happening, but it's subjective. No, what you're saying is subjective. I think what you're saying is relative to where you live, and I think we can both agree on that. What I'm saying is gouging itself is not subjective because we you can do the math. When you can do that math and say, okay, they are artificially inflating the cost of their food relative to the cost of living in this particular place. That's gouging. Like where you live, yes. So according to where you live is the prices are going to be relative to the cost of living in that area in that community. But having said that, there will still be price gouging when prices are above and beyond the cost of living in that community. Mrs. Contrarian, are you still here? Give me a second, guys. Anyway, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Um, I don't know what Mama Marie retracted, but anyway, Hound says, I hope they tested where I live in the middle of the U.S. Moonlit Furnaces just shared your channel with 100 people on Snapchat. They'll pull up. Mind you, a lot are Australian and Asian and British. That's fine with me. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Some troll try to say you have a shiny ass forehead. Well, rather have a shiny ass forehead um, due to your mother's pussy juice on it. Taylor Sales has just shared your channel on 4chan. Appreciate it. I've never been on 4chan, but hey, that's what's up. I hear stuff about it, but I really don't know anything about 4chan. I, I see it as sort of being um, like a more uh, what's the thing that people go to here when they always asking questions? Not Quora, but the other like the other like discussion group. Um, I see it as something like that. But anyway, Moonlit Fern says, "Get 'em, girl. Good job." uh, Moonlit Fern says, "Wham! Last Christmas I gave you my heart." Yeah, that's my joint though. I like that Wham song. I played that. I played that in the Philippines for my wife and her family. I think I don't think that was the first time they heard it, but it might have been the first time they saw the music video. So I played the music video. He said Mariah did it and Koreans remixed it. Oh no! Don't tell me they have a K-pop version of a Mariah Carey song. That would probably that would probably be a torture. Mullen Fern says Contrarian and his wifey and Needle too. Like, share, sub, and donate to all of them, or I'll pull up and knock on your door. Mullen Fern says Baltimore. No, thank you. Run, go home to wifey. He said, do not play Christmas music, fam, please. JR was timed out. What was he saying? Dynamite. No, I'm playing. Mullen Fern says, hell yeah, die hard. Welcome to the party, pal. That movie was so savage. Like he was literally running around barefoot throughout the whole like building, the Nakatomi Plaza, which was a real place by the way. Um, like they didn't make that just for like the movie. Like that was an actual building, and he was in a wife beater. He was walking around killing people in a wife beater with bare feet. That's crazy. One of the friends says I consider Stand By Me and the Goonies Christmas movies. I rewatched both last night. Goonies. Uh, by the way, you know they about to make a Goonies sequel. Well, they're supposed to be making a Goonies sequel, but it's been so long. I think it's been too long to make the sequel. I think the time has passed. They should have did that like 10 years ago, but especially now with the cultural sensitivities of Hollywood, I just don't think it will be good in this current climate. Um, but yeah, the original Goonies is a classic. I never saw it as like a Christmas movie per se. I get, but yeah, I guess because I remember it coming out. I don't know. I thought it came out like during the summer when I was little. I can't remember because it was so long ago. But for some reason, I, I think that I keep thinking the Goonies came out during the summer. Now, was it Christmas in the movie? I think it was around Christmas time, but they were like in like somewhere in Oregon, I believe. And Stand By Me as a Chris, I definitely never saw Stand By Me as a Christmas movie. I'll have to watch those again because I haven't watched either one of those in a long time. Moonlit Furnace is literally that's like saying The Matrix is a documentary. So damn, Miss Needle, you go hard on the music. Respect, much love, sister. Remy Bemmy says hi, what's up? Like, share, and sub to everyone and each other. Hit the super chat to show real love. Miss Needle, he says, Miss Needle, why you act like you old? You look 24 at most. Respectfully, I'm not roasting. She always talking about she. I won't put her real age out here, but she's young. She's. I mean, unless she wants to tell you her age, but yeah, she's young. He said, "I'm gonna go live after you finish. After you finish, you good, bro? Yeah." He said you roasted his ass. Said 4chan is a wannabe Reddit. That's what I was trying to say. Reddit. Like I think of 4chan is sort of like a Reddit, but it has like more right leaning topics than than Reddit does. I think that would be the difference. Only friend says, "Shut up. Are you serious? I'm gonna Google that. I love Goonies and the Labyrinth too. Yeah, Labyrinth is a classic. Secret Galaxy used to be called Toy Galaxy. Just last month, just did a video about the Labyrinth. I'm gonna watch that probably after I get off of here. Um, he says Stand By Me is a classic. Read the book, the Body by Stephen King. That's what it was called on. The book was called The Body, not Stand By Me. I thought it was called Stand By Me as well. um, I'm always like losing my voice when I'm on here. But yeah, uh, that's a. I've read a few Stephen King books in the past, but I think those were all horror books. I don't think I've read anything where it was like his like coming of age type stories. Because he's good with that too, like not just horror movies, but like these sort of coming of age stories. He said they do tours of all the film locations on YouTube from Stand By Me. That's cool. One of the last films that River Phoenix did, besides Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Yeah, that was something Stephen King was good at doing at adapting. And then like in all his early movies, he had a hand in actually like producing them. So rest in power, River. Yep. We're left with Joaquin Phoenix, which I mean, don't get me wrong, he's an amazing actor, but River Phoenix was clearly the better of the two. But yeah, so back to the original topic. So like I was saying, like the way we go hard with spooky season here in the states. They go hard for Christmas season and in the Philippines. Like I said, that's being September 1st. They've already started. Only for instance, also Lady Gaga's gonna play Harley Quinn. Yeah, so I went to go see Joker in the theaters, but I'm not going to see Joker 2 because I don't like that they turned it into a musical. Like I don't want to go to a movie to watch a musical. I'll probably watch it uh, when it's released on digital. And not well, I'll probably just watch it for free on my Fire Stick. But I'll watch it when it comes out on digital because I I'm just skeptical that it'll be good with it being turned into a musical. And Asians love ghost stories. Well, there are a lot of Indo horror movies like in Indonesia and Malaysia, but they don't really have a spooky season. And I don't know about Thailand, but they really don't have a spooky season in the Philippines. Plus, for them, um, November 1st is like a sacred holiday to them, so they don't. That that's All Saints Day, so they take that pretty seriously. So you don't see a lot of them really. Mrs. Contrarian, yeah, I think she's still here. Mrs. Contrarian, like you guys don't really really celebrate spooky season like we do, right? Like some of you do trick or treat, like they did trick or treat in our neighborhood, but other than like trick or treat, they don't really do anything. Like I don't see like the adults dressing up in costumes and going to parties and stuff like that. Moonlit Fern says, let's have Miss Moon and Miss Contrarian. That'll be lit. They will have stories for days. Yeah, and then, like I said, that might, like you were saying, that might turn out to be a really good live stream. But we will have to do it like on StreamYard or Restream because, like I said, it uh, on the vertical live streams you can only have one guest per stream, unlike the PC. To do have multiples, you either have to do a PC live stream or you have to use like StreamYard. I said not Halloween stuff. I mean full on spirits. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's true. I mean they have a lot of because the thing is like in a lot of these countries that were colonized by Europe and they brought their beliefs there, like Indonesia, Malaysia were you know became Muslim countries, and the Philippines became a Catholic country largely, although it also has a huge Muslim contingent in the south. Like those before those Abrahamic religions were brought to Southeast Asia, they all had animist beliefs, where a lot of those spiritual things come from. He said, "Well, we figured it all good." Uh, this is Contrarian says, "No, we're not big on Halloween, but now, but November 1st and 2nd are major holidays here, All Souls and Saints Day." Yeah, like I said, that's not the same. That's not celebrating spooky season. Spooky season is a whole different thing in itself. Like I would have to bring her here so that she will understand and take her like well not just bring her here, but I would have to take her out to like the places like where they celebrate all this sort of stuff, like all the adult Halloween parties, the obsession with watching classic horror films and all that sort of stuff. Moonlit Fern says the Japanese and French own most of Southeast Asia, and the Dutch. The Dutch had a huge part in places like Indonesia as well. Moonlit Fern says that's why Hinduism and Buddhism are evolving. Yeah, and before, like I said, before the Europeans came, most of Southeast Asia was under the early Hindu kingdoms. So that's why you'll go to places in even the Philippines and find old Hindu temples because they were under the Hindu empires of, of, of India before they were colonized by the West. So, but so people in the chat, you guys have any questions about the holidays, Christmas, or the food from overseas? Like we've been talking comparisons between like McDonald's and KFC overseas and why they're not considered low low grade food there. Like I said, there's a whole like people have already said in the chat earlier, KFC has a whole Christmas tradition in Japan. Molly Fern says, Mrs. Contrarian, run to your husband now and I'll pay the plane ticket. He said, get your passport and visa stamp. Oh, she has a passport, definitely. Amy Hart says, hi, what's up, Amy? I think it's about the four of us and Amy in the chat right now. It's like me, Molly Fern, Miss Needle, Mrs. Contrarian, and Amy. I think that's the five of us currently in this chat room. Now, it was a bunch of people in here yesterday, but I think they were looking for something more spicy to talk about, and it wasn't a spicy topic. There's days when I do spicy topics, but I guess I need to find the days when there's a lot of people that will show fruit. Well, for instance, it says 7 on my screen. Okay, it just went up to 6 on mine. Because I know you said you invited a bunch of people on your Snapchat. That's why I was trying to wait it out. The no intro says what level of spice we talking. Nothing that would get you like deep platform from YouTube. I being just newly part of that YouTube membership. I wouldn't do anything that spicy. Only for instance, I screenshotted it. Okay, but this current topic isn't spicy at all. Annoying troll. We are simply talking about how September 1st is the beginning of the celebration of September in the Philippines because they're one of the unique places where they start celebrating Christmas from the beginning of September all the way until January. Gotta cut my hair. But what I was saying is maybe I should do my spicier topics during the weekend when there's a bunch of people like that Friday night yesterday and Sunday mornings for some reason there's a bunch of people on. But again, like I said, I know that I've reached my 4 public watch hours left so that I can start generating Google AdSense revenue. So people will start seeing in my if they watch my uh, long form videos, they'll start noticing now there's ads. That is new. That just would have started as of sometime today when they updated how many public watch hours I've achieved. Yay! So once you achieve that, you're there. Apparently, I know one of the spicy topics or things that people do. I've been watching some of the more ratchet stuff on YouTube, like all the pop the balloon stuff. Everybody is doing it. It started with one YouTube couple, is a husband and wife that run a channel. I think her name is Arnett Amuli or something like that. She was the first one that started the pop the balloon or find love, and then like literally like 20 other people took the concept and ran with it, and it's just it's just ghetto. Then there's another one where it's like 20 women versus some YouTube influencer or comedian. Those are ratchet. Then there's blind date, and a lot of these people are like Gen X, so they are so inarticulate and goofy. Like this one that I watched with the pop the balloon stuff, the host must the host and everyone on there must have said type shit at least 1,000 times. Like, and I'm not even exaggerating. I'm like I never seen people so inarticulate. Like everything someone said, they was like, to for real, I don't know if I'm feeling you. Everyone's like, yeah, type shit, type shit, type shit, type shit, yeah, type shit. I'm like, can you not say anything else? If you disagree, yeah, type shit. If you agree, yeah, type shit. If you say something that you like, yeah, I like that type shit. If you don't like that type shit, like when you move on to the next person to talk to someone, and so we'll move on to the next person type shit. Like, but so apparently I need to start doing stuff like that, and I need to start making videos like that, like long form videos like that, and they will get like 500,000 to 1 million views just off dumb stuff like that. MLG Dude says, "How was Deadpool 3?" I wouldn't know. I didn't see it, but everyone else. including my wife, has seen it, and they all like it. Kelly Belly says hello from Canada. How's it going? I'm doing well, Kelly Belly. Thank you. Tony, you need to keep that one to yourself, bro. But yeah, I don't know, Mulder Firm. Maybe I need to start making some of those type of videos. Like get a bunch of friends and then just pretend that everyone is trying to look for a date. Because most of the stuff, those little pop the balloon, find love, or 20 women versus one guy, usually they all know each other. But anyway, back to the topic. So, Moon Fern, is there? I know you gotta get ready to do your live pretty soon. I'm probably gonna get off in like when it hits the 2 hour mark. But is there anything they like really go crazy for over in Thailand besides Songkran Festival? Like I think like is that I'm thinking like that's the biggest thing in Thailand. It's like the Songkran festival, and too many unaware tourists come to Thailand during the Songkran festival, and don't understand why they getting shot up with water pistols. The bad thing about some of the water pistols is some of those people put dye in their water, which that's not cool because not everyone wants to be shot with like colored water. But I would tell people like they should probably look up when they're going to certain countries because certain countries might have certain holidays or customs like the Songkran festival, which may irritate some foreigners. But then again, no one told you to wear your Jordans and your $1,000 outfit in Thailand, like especially when it's like 90-degree weather and you out there you out there in some expensive like outfit with some $300 sneakers on. Let me change this chat filter to all. See how this goes. But guys, we got any other questions? Because if not, I'll end this soon if we don't have any like other communicate going on. Plus, I want to get to my moderator, Miss Needle, because she has an intro song for my channel now. I need to talk to her about how I, put that together and listen to it. And I know Moonlit Fern needs to do his live soon, so I'm not gonna keep him. Mrs. Contrarian, I think she's about to eat or something. And for me, it's late. So, but you guys, you got any questions about Philippine customs, holidays, stuff like that? Like I'm referring to the bird months, and like I said, if you just clicked on the topic, if you're wondering who that guy is in the corner smiling, that is this musician in the Philippines named Jose Marie Chan, and he's more or less the the Mariah Carey of the Philippines when it comes to Christmas music. That's why I put him in the. That's why I put him on the topic because I thought it would be funny for those who are in the know about it. Hopefully, I can get some more Philippine followers. Mr. Contrarian says having lunch now. Mr. Contrarian, can you get me some more Philippine followers? Because I'll be more than happy to talk about Philippine topics if I have some more followers over there. I have a few, but they don't always come on here. One guy was just on here earlier. He's a Filipino, but I don't know if he's still here. Yeah, I know you sent me a video, Mahal, but I couldn't watch it while I was doing this. Plus, actually, when I go to check the messages, it freezes the live stream. That's why I don't like checking messages when I offer the vertical live stream because it's gonna freeze the video on my when you guys are looking at it. Appreciate the support. That statement has nothing to do with my current topic. I'm sorry, and I really don't understand it. Like, I do a ask me anything format every week. You guys need to show up for that. Like, I'm not going to change my topics today or any other day because someone has a random question. Unless you want to put it, if if someone wants to put it in a super chat, either put it in a super chat or drop me a super sticker and I'll answer it. But my topic today is the start of the bird months in the Philippines. Or you can wait till I do ask me anything. Like I literally have a day every week where I say, okay, ask me anything, and then people can ask me questions. Um, but today's not the day. Today is the Burr months of the Philippines. Like I said, or someone, I'll ask a, I'll answer a question outside of the topic if someone drops it in a super chat or they drop me a super sticker. But like I said, when I said, does anyone have any questions? I'm referring to Philippine customs and holidays. Plus, I have my wife moderating the chat, so anything I can't answer, she can answer. But like I said, if not, I can go. So like I said, the wife is eating lunch. I'm fending off falling asleep. Moonlit Fern has a live stream of his own to do because he has his own channel. So guys, you can check his channel out, support him, subscribe to Moonlit Fern. Miss Needle has her own channel. Subscribe to her. She has amazing music as well on her channel. Um, and Moonlit Fern and I will put together some collaboration soon where we're gonna do a live stream together, and hopefully we can get both our wives on there with us as well, and we could probably like have people ask them questions if he wants to do that sort of format, because like his wife, Mrs. Moon, can answer questions on like Thai related questions when it comes to customs, fair, and dating. And my wife can answer questions related to customs and dating in the Philippines. So, but today, like I said, we're talking about the Burr months. Again, for those who just checked in, the Burr months are the times of the year. where from September to December that they celebrate Christmas in the Philippines, unlike most other places. Like we dropped down to one person. Oh, but like I said, I don't mind people ask me random questions, but put it in a super chat. Otherwise, we'll have to wait until my my ask me anything day. And I changed my day for ask me anything, just so that people can have a chance of asking me stuff on any given day. Sometimes it'll be on a Saturday, some days it'll be on a Sunday, or it can be any day during the week. Last this week it was on Wednesday. Maria Pistone says hi. What's up, Maria? Besides my wife, is there any Filipinos in the chat room? If so, please give us a shout out. Maria says I'm the only person on this live. No, I see eight people in my. I see eight people in the chat room. 10, matter of fact, now 10. So you're not the only one. You, everyone else is just lurking. But I promise people, I'm not. You can say hi. I'm not mean. What happens is just that people want to ask me like random things. Benson says I got the N word pass at the cookout. I assure you, you did not. If you say it here, you will be permanently banned from this channel. Maria says, "Okay, then. Sorry, I'm so sorry for saying that you have no people in the, your live. I'm so sorry. No, no, you're good. You can't. You probably you can't see them probably, but I can see them on my end." Critical Rick says, "How's it going, bro? Good to see you again. You too, Rick. What's going on? I don't. Where's my? I don't know. Where's my mods? I gotta time out this guy Benson. I timed him out because he was being a troll. That's why. He said he wanted to use the N word. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? It's not that it's offensive to me. It's that it's trolling. That's my problem with it. But I don't get offended. I'm Generation X. We don't get offended very easily. How what I do get is annoyed. Like if he's trolling, it's just degrading the It's just degrading the the quality of the chat. So and again, for people asking random questions, put in the super chat or give me a super sticker and I'll answer them. Otherwise, I'm going to ignore random stuff like that. Like this one guy's asking for TP. Maria says, "Yeah, I go live too, and sometimes people do that to me, so I get it. I'm a really nice person. Can I like go onto your life, like on your, like, oh, can I like go onto your life, like on your screen? Yeah, I didn't know you had a channel, Maria. That's what's up. Like I said, I've already had a few people come on my live streams with me. I've had Miss Needle twice. I'm planning on doing one with Moonlit Fern very soon. I had my wife on my lives. I had a Filipina guest on. Unfortunately, she couldn't stay on that long, but so I've already had several guests and plan on doing more. Oh, by the way, with the memberships as well, I've I think should mention this again. Like I have three levels of memberships. At the high level membership called the rationalist level at 9.99, those people are invited to be parts of my live streaming. Like if they want. Maria says, "Can I go on your live stream, like on your screen?" So with the vertical live streams, I can't invite anyone on the live stream unless I've already set it up that way before I went live. Like it's not like PC live streams. Like on a PC live stream, I think you can just bring people on, but on a vertical live stream, it's different because it's vertical live stream you're doing from mobile, and you have to set it up first that you can accept people to be on live with you. So I would have had to have done that before I started this live stream video. It would have to be another day, um, and we can talk about that off camera. You can send me a message on here, or email me, or you can go to my Instagram at Amon Just A Contrarian and send me a message there. Um, if you want to look at possibly going live together, because I'm not averse to that. But I always talk to people before I go live with them to make, just to make sure everything's on the up and up. See, I'm gonna cry. Sorry, I don't know why. But again, like if you want to go live, I need to vet people first because people do crazy stuff. So um, I have to vet people first before I go live with them. But again, on a vertical live stream, I can do it anyway. I have to set it up to accept guests. Like you have to go when you're setting up your vertical live stream, you have to already click that you are bringing on guests for me to be able to do so because you can't do it that way any other way with a vertical live stream. Someone's asking for a shout out. What's up, area and Gersa's Playhouse? Um, don't give too many shout outs unless people are dropping a super sticker or sending it in the super chat. But there you go. Um, but yeah, guys, any questions about Philippines and the Burr months or Christmas? Again, when people refer to the Burr months, BER, Burr months of the Philippines, they're referring to the extended four month Christmas celebration. September, October, November, December. So, cry because of me. Okay. I don't know what would make you cry, but all right. And I kind of wanted to play, like I said, some holiday music on here, but I'm just scared it would get copyrighted. But I'll might risk it on actual like when it's actually Christmas. But it'll probably be like some sort of AI generated music. So usually that music is copyrighted, but it's allowed to be played. Um, Whereas like stuff actually written by artists, yeah. Critical Rick dropped a super chat, guys. He says, when did you notice race relations getting worse? Um, Getting worse. Hmm. I think I think when things started getting amplified through social media, that's when, like, the way a lot of these algorithms work is that stuff, like, and I'm talking about Meta specifically, the way the algorithm was done in Meta is that things that outrage people get more attention, so they will keep feeding that sort of things to people in their algorithm, which would act as a feedback cycle, spurring on more divisiveness. I think that's one of the things that have made race relations worse. And with with the attention called to police brutality, you had these social justice warriors like the Black Lives Matter movement using it as a way to make money and kind of amplifying racial tension with police, with these protests, that those things got worse. Um, and then, like, anytime there's like something major that happens in the news, like when it was like the riots because of the Rodney King decision back in the 90s, or the O.J. Simpson trial again in the 90s. Um, and other stuff that's happened since, like all the senseless extrajudicial killings that happened within the last 11 years. Those sorts of things have made things worse. Um, but I actually think racial tensions aren't as high right now as they were a few years ago. I think they are less so. I could be wrong about that, but it seems like racial tensions have actually sub um, lessened a bit in the last few years. Arian Gersh's Playhouse as well. That is so rude. Well, you did see the topic when you clicked on the stream, did you not? I tend to stick to my topics unless someone does a super chat like Critical Rick just did. Shout out to Critical Rick. Plus, people who usually want a shout out are trying to get me to say something inappropriate on screen, so that's why I rarely do it. Like Maria said, she said, "What is so rude?" Like, it really wasn't. She says, "Oh, you're talking." Yes, I'm just a little bit behind what people said. All right, guys, get. I want you to get this note. If I'm responding to people's comments, I'm gonna be like 5 or 10 minutes behind the chat room because in order to respond to stuff in real time, I'm not gonna be synced up with the latest comments coming through in the chat. No need to be rude to Maria. Uh, but she said, "What's so rude?" She said, "I know you're talking about me." She's like, "I'm so sorry. Can you forgive me?" Uh, so I guess they made up. She said, "By the way, can you please tell me a lemur?" Maria says, "Please don't report me." Why would someone report you? Oh, tell me. Oh, Maria says, "Do you want to come and join my live?" Oh, that's what you. That's what you were asking. Do you want me to join your live? I thought you were asking, can you do a live with me? And I was saying I can't because my vertical live streams don't allow me to add people as guests unless I enable it in the settings before I go live on video. Um, I can go live with you. What is your channel about? Or you, yeah, can you drop me some more information, please? He said, Critical Rick says, sounds like Maria going through it. I'm confused about what she and Arya and Gersa are talking about, to be honest, Critical Rick. I don't know what's going on, man. But I hope I answered your question, though, by the way. Because, like I said, critical, like, race relations, I think, have just, it's been weird. But, like I said, it seemed, I don't know, from the outside looking in, it seemed like things aren't that bad in 2024 as they were, like, 4 years ago. But I could be wrong. But but like I said, it seemed like first Maria was asking me, can she come to my live stream? And I'm like, the way it's set up, I can't do it because I have to put it in the settings that I'm accepting guests before I go live. But now I think she's saying, can I come to her live stream? And I'm like, yeah, I would be open to that. Just maybe if she can explain, what the chat would be about. Arian Gersa's Playhouse says hi. But yeah, I didn't understand. I didn't even understand what their feud was about. To be honest, I would have to go back all the way up in the chat to see where they started disagreeing or whatever. I don't know what happened. I might need a play by play of that. Someone rewind the tape. Do this like an NFL game and you go watch the playback. Let me see something, guys. Hmm. Yeah, I was just checking my comments. I mean, not comments, my DMs, because it goes down in the DM. No, I'm joking, but just trying to see who's here because, like I said, I think a couple of my moderators headed to go because, like I said, Moonlit Fern has to. I said hello, Aria and Gersha. But yeah, I think one of my mods had to go because he's going live on his own channel, and my other moderator, she probably had to go to bed. But in any case, if someone wants to go live with me or they want me to come to their live, I'm definitely open to that. Just send me your information so we can like have a discussion first before we do that. But yeah, I'm definitely open to bringing people on my live or going to their live. Definitely be open to that. Just let me know what the discussion is going to be about, and let's discuss, you know, that sort of stuff. Like when, what time, when, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely open to all that sort of good stuff. Someone invited me to a panel discussion. I'm waiting to hear back from her. This lady named Bomb Bomb Cherry Juice. Um, I don't know if she still wants me to do a live discussion with her, but it looks. I went to her channel and it looks like she does do. a live stream. So maybe that's what she's asking me if I want to do one of those with her and some guests. I definitely would love to do that. It gives me more exposure in my channel, so I would definitely be cool with that. But guys, any more questions? We were talking about food differences between here and Asia, the holiday differences and celebration. Like I said, we don't have spooky season in the Philippines, but they will. They do. They do hold like a big like celebration around November 1st and November 2nd, which is All Saints Day and All Souls Day, um, respectively. All Saints Day, which is literally what Halloween is about. Halloween was the All Hallows Eve originally. You say is there beef over there? Where are you talking about, the Philippines, or what place are you referring to? I don't know what you mean by beef. I mean there's a lot of political issues going on over there. Like right now, there's some tension with the vice president Sarah Duterte, who's the daughter of the former president Rodrigo Duterte. Rodrigo Duterte, the former president, and the current president, um, have been going back and forth with each other, calling each other junkies and corrupt politicians. And now Sarah Duterte is under investigation for some corruption as well herself. And there's that going on, if that's what you're talking about. Um, and then of course there's always some like there's and of course there's these rebels in the south of the Philippines and Mindanao, but that's been going on literally since the 70s. So I don't think you were referring to that. But that might be the beef you're talking about. Oh, you said I meant cow. Oh, I'm sorry. you lit. Oh, I'm sorry. You literally meant beef, like literally beef. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's beef. Like one of my favorite dishes over there is called beef caldereta. It's really good. It's sort of like a beef stew, but you eat it. It's not like soupy. It's like something you eat on a dish with like rice. Um, Whereas they have other beef stews that are more like a soup, but this one is more like an actual like dinner plate type meal that you serve with rice. Delicious, and yeah, they have plenty of beef. Like I go to McDonald's there, get my Big Macs and stuff like that, or I've tried local places for their burgers, steak. Yeah, there there's pretty much no food you won't find over there. Um, it's not like India here. It's not like India where they, you can't buy beef. So if you go to McDonald's, in India, there's a chicken version of a Big Mac there because they don't serve beef in their restaurants. Um, but although I'm pretty sure within the subcontinent of India you can find beef, but you're not gonna find it being served in McDonald's. But yes, they have beef there. Most definitely. Beef, pork, chicken. What you won't find is turkey. Actually, that's not true too. If you go to specific restaurants, you can find turkey during Thanksgiving. There are some restaurants and some supermarkets that will serve turkey during Thanksgiving, but it's not very common. And usually, the only people buying it are probably foreigners, because it's not a because turkey is not a part of their diet, and it's not a animal that's local to them. So it's going to cost more because it has to be imported. What country? Oh, no, I'm here in the states right now. I'm here in Maryland, but I go frequently back and forth. So you guys will know when I'm over there because when I'm over there, I'm gonna do a big thing walking around there with Mrs. Contrarian when I'm there. So you guys will know when I'll let everyone know when I'm in the Philippines. But no, I'm currently in the United States, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, because I love spooky season, and like I said, you can't get spooky season in the Philippines. That would be the only thing I would miss. Spooky season, and again, McDonald's not having sausage biscuits and hash browns in the morning. They don't have they. It's hard to find. Most Asian McDonald's don't have the American breakfast menu. Like they have all the regular stuff that we eat in the afternoon and evening, but they don't have our breakfast food menu. So you're not getting the hot cakes, you're not getting the McGriddles, you're not getting the sausage biscuit, you're not getting the hash browns, um, the sausage egg biscuit, none of that. But so who has the best food out of everywhere you've been? That's hard to say because it depends on what you it 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 depends on what sort of food you're referring to. Like in every place has, and different places are better known for things. Like I think New York City is better than Italy when it comes to pizza. Granted, I'm biased. I haven't eaten pizza like in Italy, but or or even like specifically Sicily, but I think American style New York pizza has been considered like the best pizza going for a while. New York style pizza. Um, and it's hard to get good pizza in the Philippines. Really hard. They don't the even like when they have Domino's and Papa John's and all of those places over there, but they don't cook their pizza the same. Like they put less sauce on it for some reason. I I think they don't understand that a pizza is fundamentally a pie, so it has to have plenty of sauce, and they don't put enough sauce on their pizza. It comes out dry and salty. But the best, I don't know. So I think like so, Japan has the best 7-Eleven food. Um, I think the Philippines might be. Mm, I think they have the tastiest fried chicken because of like they have McDonald's fried chicken, which is comparable to Popeyes. That's how good it is. Their McDonald's fried chicken is comparable to Popeyes here. And oh, and by the way, they have Popeyes over there too, which I haven't tried yet. My wife has, and she's not impressed, but she didn't. I told her that's because she didn't order the stuff that we order here. She ordered the stuff. She ordered the Filipino stuff instead of ordering the the stuff off the American menu. Um, I guess I told her she gotta get like the Popeyes fried chicken, like the spicy chicken sandwich, and like the three piece with she doesn't like the biscuits. uh, I don't know. It's hard to say because it's kind of subjective. We like as far as what you say best food. I can say like the best restaurants, but not like the best. Now, unless you're talking about like a food that's like this like comes from a specific place. Like I said, like if you're talking about like Thai food, then I think Thai food is the best in Thailand, obviously, right? Um, Filipino food is the best in the Philippines. Like I think Jollibee's is better there than Jollibee's America. Although it tasted pretty much the same when I ate Jollibees here in America, and I actually posted a video of that. I think Jollibees America, the food tasted pretty much the same. They just didn't have all the varieties of stuff that they have back overseas. Like they don't have the Happy Meals and all that sort of stuff that they offer people there. Um, but yeah, 7-Eleven in Japan is the best, hands down. And 7-Eleven throughout East Asia generally is better than here in America. But 7-Eleven in Japan specifically is the best. And they might have a better KFC as well because there's a whole tradition with eating KFC food for Christmas meals in Japan because of this successful commercial campaign they ran back in the 90s that associated KFC with Christmas. So now people will actually go out and buy like a meal of a Kentucky Fried Chicken meal for Christmas in Japan. Mm, but it really depends on the food specifically. Like I said, Thai food in actual Thailand is better. Japanese food in Japan is actually better than here. Like with the like actually getting like authentic ramen from a ramen noodle shop, so I can sit there and eat ramen noodles like I'm Naruto. Now sometimes some cultural food is done better here in America because they might blend traditions. So for instance, like Vietnamese pho soup arguably might be better here in America because the way they make it here in America, they blend both the styles of northern Vietnam pho and southern Vietnam pho into one type of dish, whereas there is very different. Like in the north, it, it was like less. It was like less. They put in the like it was like less garnishing and stuff like in it, like that. Whereas in the south, they put different types of things in their pho. But here in America, it seemed like they mixed both of those together. So I don't know. It's kind of subjective, but I think the best way to figure it out is just to travel, because for me telling people what food is the best where, it might be subjective and people might disagree when they actually try it out themselves. Like some people might go overseas and say this food is crap. I like it better here in Illinois or California or somewhere, which is that's fair if that's what people think. I think they're wrong, but but that's fair if that's what they want to believe. Like I say, I think McDonald's is better. I think generally food is going to be better overseas because there's more laws to what people can put in food that aren't here in America. Like here in America, like the laws are very lax about the sort of additives they can put in food, how long they can let food sit out, and all sorts of things. Like there's more strict rules on that. So the quality of the food just tastes better, even in fast food places like McDonald's, or even if you go like to Europe or Canada and you buy the same stuff you get here, the food will taste different because they're not allowed to add certain things to your food. Like if you look at breakfast cereal, it's not going to be the same. Or Japanese candy is not going to be as sweet there as it is here because they're not allowed to dump insane amounts of sugar into their confectionery products as they are here in America. So if I, if that makes sense at all. But at the end of the day, it's probably subjective what food is best where, unless you actually try from different sources yourself. It would be hard to tell people this is better here, this is better there. Only thing I can say with some confidence is generally where food originates from is usually the best place to get it. as opposed to buying the Americanized version. But that's not always the case. Um, but unless anyone else has any other questions, I'm about to go. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes in, and it is almost 2:30 here as well. But unless anyone else has any questions, I'm gonna go. And again, guys, if you want to come on a live with me, hit me up on my socials, and we can arrange a time and date for that. Or if you want me to appear on your live on your channels, then again, hit me up on my socials to let me know a time and date, and I'll be more than happy to appear on your live discussions. I would be honored to do so. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna go. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done already. You can hit the bell notifications to let you know when I'm uploading a new video. If you want, you can join my membership, um, which will allow you to see my members only videos as well as member only postings in the community tab. Uh, and people who subscribe to the highest level of my membership will be allowed to come on a live with me anytime. Or you can buy me a coffee so I'm not sitting here struggling to stay up like I am right now. But it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I wouldn't be drinking coffee anyway. But during the daytime, I drink copious amounts of coffee. So if you want to help me stay fueled, you can do that. The membership also just helps me keep this stuff going, guys. Because I do make long form videos as well and YouTube shorts. So I appreciate the any support for that. Um, oh, or and if you want to like I said, if people want to contribute, help me out, they can drop me a super thanks. Because once this is rebroadcasted, I can't receive a super chat donation or a super sticker donation, but I can receive a super thanks when this goes live. I mean, when this is no longer live and you're watching this on the replay, you can still send me a super thanks, or you can go into my description and send me something through Cash App. So, and that's $ Page Enterprises LLC for the Cash App. Other other than that, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you again, Critical Rick. Thank you to my mods, Moonlit Fern, the beautiful Miss Needle, and my lovely exquisite wife, Mrs. Contrarian. Um, with that, guys, I am gone. I'll give it a few seconds in case someone was writing a comment as I was about to close this out, because I always give that little grace period because I've done it myself where I was writing something and someone closed down the live right before I could post my question. Oh, and hopefully you enjoyed the little background music, Samurai Meditation, which is quiet in the night, effective relaxation with Japanese flute sound. And it's by the YouTube channel Samurai Assassin. So if you like that sort of relaxing music, you can go to the Samurai Assassin channel and listen to it. It might be really great to listen to while studying or just chilling. So, but other than that, guys, I'm out. Thank you for everyone that participated and my mods. Take it easy. If you want, guys, you can go to Moonlit Fern's channel, and he's going. I believe he's live right now. So go ahead and check him out.